Oh, I'm nervous.
Here we go. Up next on the Jackson County Basketball Media Day event, the Woodville Lady Panthers under new head coach Keith Jarrell. Coach, first, tell us a little bit about yourself and your team.
Shoot, I just came over from New Hope. I'd been there. I graduated from there in '92 and been teaching in the system, the feeder pattern, for the last 27 and a half years. So had the opportunity to come open right at the end of school and decided to make the leap.
So tell us a little bit about your 2026 Lady Panthers.
So we're young. We brought the two upperclassmen with us. Callie Brown, a senior, on the verge of scoring 1,000 points, and Morgan Gifford, a junior, and the rest. Well, we're going to have one sophomore, and then it's 7th and 8th and 9th graders. So it's going to be a learning experience for us all. Hope to get better as the season goes along and be where we want to be come February.
Is this the youngest team you've ever had control over?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean,
how do you approach that?
I think if anybody really knew, they would be making a lot more money than I am. You got to give kids a chance to grow. You got to stay positive with them. You got to set high expectations. And I found over time that whatever the expectation is, that's what the kid's going to do. So we're just going to give them room, space, and opportunity to grow over time so that come February they'll be ready to fit in.
What kind of basketball does Coach Jarrell like?
Well, I love man-to-man defense. I think I'm a big effort guy. We're going to play hard. That's the non-negotiable. Offensive wise, we're going to run a lot of 4-out slice stuff, a lot of pick and roll stuff. Callie has been really productive in the post, but because of our lack of experience at guard, she's going to have to move out and handle the ball some. She can shoot it, so we like to drive kick, put our playmakers in a position to make plays.
Has there been a big learning curve from what they did last year to this year?
I'll let them answer that. Coach Beard, I've always respected him, played against him many of those years that I was at New Hope and he was at Pisgah, and so much respect for the job that he did. And the skill level of these two is really, really good. But as far as learning curve, I'll let them speak.
All right, and I'll start with Callie. Has it been a big learning curve?
Yes, sir, it has. Last year it was all older kids, so this year we're having to learn to work with like the younger ones and just getting in a groove of also helping them with everything that we have to do this season. So,
Morgan?
I'll add on to what Callie said. We are a really young team, so we just have to learn to play with the younger girls because we've always had older girls on our team. So I think it's just going to be a bigger change to play with the younger girls this year.
And I assume those younger girls now, they look to y'all for
Yes,
strength and leadership and guidance. Your role not only is important on the floor, but off the floor as well. Callie, Coach mentioned you're on the verge of 1,000 career points, which is an amazing accomplishment for any basketball player. And he also mentioned that you're going to maybe have to handle the ball a little more outside. Is that something that you're looking forward to, or?
I am. I enjoy playing any spot. I just need to work on everything a little more, and I think I can be really good.
Jason?
You mentioned how young you are, and how much is patience going to be important this season? All three of y'all answer that one.
Go ahead. You start, Morgan.
It's going to be very important because sometimes little girls may make us mad and don't listen sometimes, but they just need to listen sometimes, and we have to be able to work with them. And I think it'll be okay sometimes, but it's just a learning process.
Yeah. A lot of patience is needed, but you have to give them room to grow and be successful in their own part of the team. So a lot of patience will be needed.
You know, and the other thing that we have, being Woodville and being, we have 27 kids in the senior class. So, you know, real small to begin with. And so if you're an athlete, you pretty much play everything. So Callie is basically the only varsity player that's not playing volleyball right now. Morgan's gaining a lot of experience with the leadership role she's having to play in volleyball. They only have one senior in volleyball as well. So we're hoping that kind of pays off as we get into basketball. But, you know, it's a huge gap from being a 13, 14-year-old girl to having to compete against varsity level.
And you two girls understand that because at one time you were those young ladies that you're talking about, those younger young ladies. What do you feel like you bring to the team in terms of helping them feel comfortable and getting better as basketball players?
I just really try to encourage them. Like, whenever they make simple mistakes, it's easy fixes, and I just encourage them to work on it. And they work with me sometimes, and they come to me with questions, and I just always try to support them and everything. So.
Like Callie said, I try to help encourage them, because if they make a bad mistake or just mess up a little bit, we try to encourage them, like, oh, you're okay, you leave it in the past, just move on forward with it. And then we try and bring good attitudes, so they're not always down at practice or in a game. We just keep them having good attitudes, not mess up.
Entering the season for both of y'all, what are some things that you want to get better at from previous seasons entering this year?
I think I want to be better at, like, shooting and, like, my ball handling and stuff, and being a better teammate and stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely growing in my leadership roles since this summer, so that's a big thing for me. And then to add on to that, most definitely my ball handling skills, so I can help the team out.
Jason?
Coach, I know you're new to the area, but it's kind of what's your, you know the landscape. It's kind of what's your thoughts on the area as a whole?
The area is brutal. You know, Otter, I heard Coach McGill talking about them a little bit earlier with everybody back and pushing Spring Garden to the wire. You know, Jamie does a wonderful job up there. Seen them play against New Hope the last couple of years, and you know, they're really good. You know, Skyline's going to defend. They're going to play hard. They're going to be well prepared. You know, I've been around Coach McGill for a long time, and I know what he puts into it, and they're going to be really good. Oakwood, going to be very athletic. You know, being a private school, you don't know about transfers and things like that, so there's a lot of question marks there. And then Valley Head, I'm not really familiar with them, so the area's brutal. You know, you've got to find a way to be in the top 3 seeds if you want to make it out. And the 2-3 game is going to be, you know, in the regular season, we hope to get in that game with a chance to get out of area.
Looking at your schedule, you start first 3 games are on the road. That's
Yes. And I've not studied it a whole lot. The thing about the schedule is we go to Oakwood right off the bat.
yes.
So we've got to get going and get in game shape. Got to be ready to go as soon as we get back from fall break. You know, they'll wrap up. You know, don't know what's going to happen next week with the volleyball. They got area tournament. So if that gets prolonged, we'll probably look at moving in some games, and we'll probably have to end up moving some games due to football as well. You know, I think we're on the verge of the playoffs and a really good chance to host a game in football. So that may affect the basketball schedule as well.
Whatever date these ladies take the court and tip off, what do you want to see out of them?
I mean, we're going to play hard. We're going to play hard, and I like what they both said about being a great teammate and the leadership. You know, I think the biggest thing you can gain from high school sports is learn to be a great teammate. So we want to play together as a team. We want to be positive. We want to defend. and get up and down the floor as fast as we can.
Jason?
You've got the numbers, the numbers issue, but the last few years y'all have had success, girls, and the win over Skyline at the end of the year, first time in a decade, and I was there and I saw what that meant to everybody. What do you think that can do for those girls that are coming up younger that you're going to play with this year, and maybe girls on down the line?
I think it shows them that we can, well,
I think, I'm trying to think. I feel like it boosted our confidence when we beat them, and like the younger girls will like really, since we beat them for the first time in a decade, I feel like the young girls will want to try and beat them in the future and the years to come.
yeah, I think it just helped with our overall confidence in playing with other opponents.
Coach, sum up what you looking forward to in the season.
You know, one of the reasons I left New Hope, I was an assistant there, and I enjoyed everything about there. There was nothing about New Hope that I didn't like. You know, it was home. But as a head coach, the relationship you can build with your kids and seeing these young ladies grow into being productive adults, achieving their dreams, is what me as a coach, I enjoy seeing. So helping them to get on to the next phase of life, and basketball being the tool, is what I have the passion for.
Well, we wish y'all the best of luck this year. Woodville girls head coach Keith Jarrell, and we had Callie Brown, senior post player, Morgan Gifford, junior point guard. We wish y'all best of luck. Go Panthers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the job that y'all do.
Thank you,
Really
sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you.